This video is brought to you by Xiaomi. So Xiaomi 15 Ultra is out today, and let me tell you, I've been testing and using this phone for the past 2 months now, and it really impressed me in so many different areas. But today we're going to be focusing on cameras only. So let me be the first one to show you how this phone performs in real life. Let's go. So this year, Xiaomi challenged me to create a video about their latest flagship. Low light, portraits, everything to see the limits of its cameras. And you see the photo processing is so good on this phone. I tried its cameras in hot and humid tropics, cold street photography mission, and tested the Xiaomi 15 Ultra in various extreme environments and lighting scenarios. And a little spoiler, Xiaomi did its magic with the Leica color processing this year. This is truly one of a kind video about the phone camera, and it might be just the best one I put on my channel. Subscribe and help me reach the goal of 300,000 subscribers this year. Let's begin. Now guys, you see this year Xiaomi put 1-inch main sensor on this camera, and it's a really large sensor with large aperture, which is really important if you want to get more light into the sensor. And you see, because of that, you actually can increase your shutter speed without sacrificing on the loss of light. So that's not only useful for low light shots, but also for day photography when you're taking photos of fast moving subjects, which helps you to avoid any motion blur into the shot. So that's really good for action photography, as you will see further in this video. Now if we move into the telephoto camera, then we have selection of two actually. One is 70mm, and it's the most used lens for me, probably because I'm taking a lot of shots of the portraits of people, that kind of stuff, and I kind of like that close-up focal length. And it also supports macro photography, which allows you to focus up to 10 centimeters to the subject. And finally, there is a super telephoto lens, which is 200 megapixels, and the sensor itself for the super telephoto lens is quite huge, guys. You can see just visually when I saw this phone for the first time, it was really one of the first things that drew my attention. Same thing as with the main camera, allows you to capture more light as opposed to the other competitors currently on the market, which is really important for night scenes. So with this 15 Ultra, not only we have updated hardware of the cameras, but also there are many changes inside the software experience. So let me show you. So right here you see the photography mode with all auto settings, and as on Xiaomi 14 Ultra, we have the switch between Leica Vibrant and Leica Authentic. And I get so many comments from you guys asking which mode I prefer, and let me tell you, sometimes I like to go with Leica Vibrant if I want more punchy colors, if I want more vivid contrast. In that case, I will go with Leica Vibrant. But if I want more toned down, more kind of neutral tones, but still with rich contrast, in that case, I will go with Leica Authentic. So there is no really one size fits at all. It all comes down to the results you want to get. So that's really nice that we get quick access to that mode right here inside the camera app. Then if we press the button up here, we have HDR switch on and off, which is really nice, and I like that it's quickly available. You don't have to dig deep into the settings. So sometimes the phone can turn it on or off automatically. When you take a shot of the backlit subject, as right now, it does not elevate the shadows too much, so the photo doesn't look fake. It doesn't look like it was taken on a phone actually. It looks like a proper camera. So I always prefer to keep it on auto, and if there's some funny results with HDR, then I will disable it. Then there is super macro switch, which is amazing, guys. But first I want to show you some incredible software to utilize the camera interface. They made it a little bit more accessible and easy to operate with just one hand, which I really love for street photography like right now. Just have a look. So I can have the access to all the camera selections in the regular photo mode, but if I swipe up, I get all the manual modes or creative modes over here. And there is also Fastshot option over here, which gives you the access to the photography mode, which resembles like an interface. And so it's really cool. Just imagine you walk in on the street, you see something beautiful, you take the camera out, swipe up, fast shot, that's it, ready to go. Take a shot over here. And it's highly customizable too with just one hand. I like going to a little bit negative over here, just keeping my shot a little bit underexposed for daytime photos like right now, and that's just enough to give that rich contrast to the photo. And you see on the preview, you can see the outline of your shot, and it gives you a little bit of extended field of view, so you know how to position your camera and frame your photo. So that is really nice. So if I were to describe this phone in few terms, it would be just perfect street photography tool, and it's just ideal for situation and lighting scenarios. As right now, you just see the color science feels, I don't know, feels really filmy. So if you want to capture some details or wider shot, it's just perfect tool for that. You see, because of the 1-inch main camera sensor, the photos come out with tons of details and wide dynamic range. Just look at the photo on the left from the telephoto camera. The dynamic range is insane here. And as I said before, the Leica photo processing is just a cherry on top. And guys, we're just scratching the surface here. Now you see another mode that I really use a lot on this phone is the portrait mode, and it's for a few reasons. First of all, I just really like the color processing. I've been saying it ever since the previous generation Xiaomi 14 Ultra, which in fact was my first Chinese phone I tried on this channel, and I was really amazed. And wherever I traveled, I always took that phone with me and made basically 1,000 of photos in portrait mode because I just really like the color science, and it is present here too. And it works for all the focal lengths and different lighting scenarios. Even in challenging one, when the subject is backlit, you can see right here this ship. It just looks incredible, like it was taken on a professional photo camera. And just keep in mind, this scene is backlit, which is very difficult for dynamic range because we have really intense highlights and very dark shadows over here, but the phone just delivers the results that I personally like. And as I was saying, the 70mm lens for that is just perfect. But it's not only limited to 70mm, you can also use portrait mode for the main camera as well, because the larger sensor actually sort of creates real optical blur. So if you take that 1-inch sensor plus the portrait mode with the main camera, which in a way kind of makes it look like it was taken with a full frame sensor. But there is another reason why I think this is a perfect run and gun camera. Have a look. You can use macro mode for a telephoto camera, which does not distort the proportion of your subject. So have a look. There is a really cool insect over here. So you see, if I take a photo with just 1x camera, I mean, the shot kind of looks cool still, but we can get really close to the subject and capture all the details. So I go into the super macro mode, 1, 2, 3. And you see, this way, I'm not even disturbing any animal or wildlife because I'm still keeping the distance between me and the subject. So you see right now the distance between me and this leaf, I think it's about like, I don't know, 20 centimeters. You can see every single detail over there. So the same way, I can get closer to the insect, capture details, and be gone. Probably the guy didn't even see me. If I zoom in, I can see all the details on its shell. It's amazing, look at that. I love macro photography, and this feature is probably one of my favorites. It's looking right into the camera, guys. Look at that. Do you see the eye? A little bit. Okay, so the world is so amazing. Can you believe a creature like this exists? Oh my God, there's even a fly sitting on that bug. That is crazy. It's like looking into the different universe, guys. Oh my God. I have no words, guys. You have to hit the like button for this. This is incredible. And here is a side-by-side comparison for you guys. So you see the difference between macro shots with super wide angle camera and 70mm macro. Same subject, same angle, but different results. And I have cinematic video test for you on the way. But first, let's check out the Super Telephoto 200 megapixel lens. So it's not only powerful for filming videos, but also allows you to capture shots in high resolution. So you can extract more details from the shots, and it's extremely useful for cropping your photos. And that camera setup makes the phone versatile not only for capturing the wildlife, but for street photography on the go as well, especially combined with the new camera UI. Now I get many questions from you guys asking how's the upload quality to Instagram from Android phones, and for those of you, I did specifically post from Xiaomi 15 Ultra stories and also this post, so you can check it out yourself. For me personally, I think the quality is completely fine and great. Actually, I did not see any decrease, but don't just take my word for it. Give me a follow there on Instagram, and at the same time you can follow my journey there too, because I'll be traveling with this phone, so you can follow my steps there. Now what's also convenient with this menu is when you swipe up, you get also quick access to the Ultra HD mode, which is really nice. So let's say you take a photo with the telephoto camera, just have a look at how great it works. So you can zoom in like so, but you can go even further, and the details are really there and preserved. But there is more. Since the telephoto camera sensor is so big, it performs great in low light, ensuring the noise is low and there is tons of details in your shot. Now you guys, you see it's already gotten darker, and this phone and the main sensor is really good for this kind of environment. I have to say the preview and the display quality is really nice here. You have no problem seeing what's going on over here, even when zooming in. You see 2x is supposed to be actually digital crop from the main sensor, but because the sensor is so large, there's really no decrease in quality as far as I can see from the preview. Now you see with 4.3x telephoto shot, you can get a little bit of compression, and I'm using the grid lines in order to frame my shot better, and this is the result. It's coming, so I will maybe frame my shot like so. 1, 2, 3, awesome. There's also no lag. You see, I'm just spraying the photos left and right. All right, so this photo looks really nice. And you see, we can zoom in on any detail, maybe crop the shot if you need to, and still preserve the quality. And it looks really nice and plenty bright. Actually, it looks a little bit brighter than what it is right now in real life. And what is available this year with the 15 Ultra is the log with LUT preview, which looks really amazing. So let me show you. You see, we go into the Pro mode. If you have the photo mode turned on, you have to switch into the video like so, and then we press on this arrow over here, and then you see it's log. There's also auto exposure, and it's like center weighted, so it will be just exposing for what's in the center of the shot, and it's just very adjustable and similar what you have on Pro cameras as the one that's filming me right now. You can choose the average for the shot, so it will analyze the whole frame and just see the average exposure and expose the log for that. For this kind of instance right now, I will use center weighted, and you see we have LUT preview inside the built-in camera app. This is crazy. This is really professional right here. And you see right now I have kind of dynamic lighting and the branches being backlit, so there's high dynamic range over here. So it's really important to squeeze maximum out of the shot without losing much details. And you see how the phone just selects a certain part of the frame. And also in this mode we have the option to adjust the exposure manually, which is super nice. So I will keep my ISO as lower as possible, and the shutter speed I will adjust ever so slightly. Currently I don't have the NZ filter, but I think if you have a photography kit you can also attach NZ filter to it, so you can really nail down the exposure. But for right now I think this is enough, and this is the 4K 30, and you see really how crisp the footage is. This is the telephoto camera, and the screen is plenty bright. I have to tell you guys, right now I'm filming and there's lots of sun. I see everything without any problems. So this is 4K 30. And what's really cool, within this camera app and video mode, there are many assist tools. You see on the bottom left corner, I have the audio level monitor, which is really nice if you're recording the audio externally. That's very awesome. And also there is the exposure meter. You can see if your shot is being under or overexposed. This is really a professional solution right now. Guys, I have to tell you, that looks incredible. You can see the foreground is kind of blurred, the background, and it's not a portrait mode, so you will not see that fake artificial where the background sometimes in focus, sometimes the cutout looks kind of weird. This is all optical. This is really, really nice. And you know, the other day I was walking through the forest and I was hearing a knock inside the branches somewhere on top of the tree, and I could not see it with my naked eye. So I take the zoom camera out and I zoom out from wide angle into the telephoto one, and I could see a woodpecker bird sitting on top of the tree, and that was really incredible. I was not able to even see it that clear. That just shows you the versatility of having multiple camera setups and how good this camera actually is in real life. But hey, that's just my opinion and my experience of using this phone for 2 months. Either way, let me know what you think about it. What do you think about the photo capabilities, video, and what phone can rival it? And also make sure to subscribe to the channel, because guys, I'm trying to reach 300K this year, and you will see epic series on this phone coming out on this channel very soon. And meanwhile, make sure to watch this video next, because I think it will be perfect for you, and I'll see you there. Bye-bye.